So we had the Baker Mayfield trade. How does that impact Jimmy Garoppolo? What happens with Jimmy Garoppolo from here? And is it Trey Lance's job to lose moving forward? And I will answer all those questions right now. First of all, the 49ers have done a great job. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan have done a great job for being on the same page for most of it. Now, there's been a little talk that there might be a little rift between Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance and who they wanted leading the helm of the team. But when you trade as much as you trade for an opportunity to draft Trey Lance, it becomes clear and obvious who the franchise is rooting for moving forward. Now, what does that mean for Jimmy Garoppolo? Jimmy Garoppolo is clearly better than Baker Mayfield. The stats, the talent, you've seen it all. Baker Mayfield, as well as he is, he's got a great team around him. Now, I could say the same thing for Jimmy Garoppolo. He's got a great head coach, and he understands the assignment when it comes to the game plan from the head coach. But the 49ers are in this spot where they can sit back and wait. You remember when the Philadelphia Eagles drafted Carson Wentz. They brought in Chase Daniels. They had Sam Bradford there. They weren't necessarily ready to let Carson Wentz start from day one. They get into camp. They see the talent there. The Minnesota Vikings have an injury. They're in win now mode. They go ahead and trade 2 picks, including a first rounder, for Sam Bradford. I truly believe that Jimmy Garoppolo is best suited for a team looking to win now, not a team that's in a rebuilding or needs a bridge quarterback. While he can be a bridge quarterback, I don't think at this point in his career he would like to be a bridge quarterback. So if you're a team that's in a win now mode, maybe the Cleveland Browns, and we finally figure out what's happening with Deshaun Watson, Jimmy G goes to the Cleveland Browns because they're in a win now mode and they need a win now quarterback. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. So the 49ers are going to hold out for as long as they can, as long as they need to. And they're not afraid to keep Jimmy Garoppolo on throughout the season, because in order to win big in this league, you need a competent backup quarterback. And with Nate Sudfeld there, as much as I do enjoy Nate the Stud Sudfeld, he is not the most competent quarterback. Now, can he come in for a game? Yeah, absolutely. Any quarterback can come in for a game. But if you need to win a big game down the road, injuries happen late in the season, you got to have your backup step in. You need a competent backup to continue the helm of winning. So they're not above bringing back Jimmy G for this season. Now, I don't think it happens. I think they do eventually move on. They're just waiting for the right moment. Maybe Seattle realizes we don't have an answer with Drew Lock or Geno Smith. Let's bring in Jimmy Garoppolo, a guy that's going to come in and immediately change the culture of the Seattle Seahawks. Maybe a team deals with a big-time injury or a big-time suspension, and they got to go out and trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. That doesn't mean they're going to give up a first-rounder for Jimmy Garoppolo, but they're going to give up a lot more than a fifth-rounder, and that's what the 49ers are banking on. As far as the Jimmy Garoppolo versus Trey Lance, who should be the starter moving forward, absolutely 100% Trey Lance, and that is not just because they traded all those draft picks to move for Trey Lance. I'm telling you, from a talent standpoint, this kid has all the physical tools and traits and mentals of a NFL elite quarterback. Not just a quarterback, but an NFL elite quarterback. Not saying he's going to step in day one and be an elite quarterback, or if he's ever going to become an elite quarterback, but he has all the tools and traits of an elite quarterback. Now it's up to him to put it together. And in order to do that, in order to put it together, he's got to get on the field. Trey Lance has thrown 101 passes in the last 2 years. The last 2 years, he's thrown 101 passes in competitive games. Now, obviously, with training camp and everything else and practices, you throw in those throws as well. But ultimately, game time throws are so much different than practice throws. So, with that being said, there will be some bumps along the way. There will be some growing pains along the way. But Trey Lance starting for the 49ers gives an added dimension to the 49ers offense. We all know what the 49ers offense can do. We all know the yards after the catch. We know that, you get Debo the ball or Brandon Ayuk the ball or Juwan Jennings the ball, what they're able to do with it. The yards after the catch has been a big part of this offense. And I talked about in a previous segment with the Miami Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa that coming from a Kyle Shanahan offense where they have highlighted wide receivers, go-to wide receivers, because in Kyle Shanahan's mind, he truly believes if he called the right play, the number one option should be the only option that you're looking at when you call hike. He has highlighted routes. This is your go-to guy. This guy is going to be open. And if he's not open, I either did not call the right play or did not get ran the right way. That's the Kyle Shanahan mindset. So we all know the ability that he's been able to do with guys like C.J. Beathard at the helm. Guys like C.J. Beathard at the helm. You have a little bit more talent with Jimmy Garoppolo. All right, a lot more talent with Jimmy Garoppolo. We've seen what he's been able to do with Jimmy Garoppolo. He got C.J. Beathard to play above his means. He's got Jimmy Garoppolo playing above his means. Imagine what he can do with a guy like Trey Lance if he gets him to buy in the Kyle Shanahan offense, the highlighted wide receiver offense, and then something breaks down because, let's be honest, as smart and as much as a genius as a offensive mind you could be, there's going to be times where the defense tricks you, that play breaks down, the pass rush gets there. That's where Trey Lance comes in because Trey Lance adds that extra dimension to a Kyle Shanahan offense where if he reads it the right way, he has that route. He has that go-to guy. But if all else fails, if all else breaks down, if the pass rush gets after him, he's got that added mobility, the ability to throw on the run, the ability to be special and make special plays outside of the pocket or even inside the pocket, climbing the pocket, moving around in the pocket awareness. That's what Trey Lance can do. Also, we've seen where they want to go and where they want to be. Jimmy Garoppolo, we've talked about it time and time again, especially in this show. Yak, yards after the catch. Jimmy has led the league with yak passing yards 2 out of the last 3 years. 2 out of the last 3 years. And some of that by design, some of that just floating around the strength of Jimmy Garoppolo. But we saw when Jimmy G went out with injury, when Trey Lance started against the Houston Texans last year, 16 of 23, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 11.5 air yards per attempt, highest in Kyle Shanahan's tenure with the San Francisco 49ers. You take a look at passes that traveled in the air 10 yards or further, 9 of 13, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 205 yards. Clearly, this is a team that wants to push the ball down the field more. And they truly believed with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm, they were unable to do that. So with Trey Lance, moving forward with Trey Lance, not only do they have the added dimension of being special in and out of the pocket, moving on the run, being able to move the pocket, that zone blocking scheme that we all know and love so well, being able to open up gaps for the run game as well as opening up gaps for the quarterback, designed runs for the quarterback, deep throws. There is so much more that opens up the playbook of Kyle Shanahan with Trey Lance at the helm. So not only is it all these draft picks compiled to trade for Trey Lance, it's the talent and the ability that Trey Lance has moving forward. And that's why Trey Lance is the answer and will be the answer this season.